Good afternoon and welcome to Monos featuring me, Mo. I'm gonna do the quality assurance test. Let me see if I hear me in the double. Mo. I'm gonna do the quality assurance test. Let me see if I hear me in the double. Mo. I'm gonna do the quality assurance test. Let me see if I hear me in the double. Mo. I'm gonna do the quality assurance test. Let me see if I hear me in the double. Okay, so we are hearing me in the double. Let me see if we still hear me in the double. Okay, so we are hearing me in the double. Let me see if we still hear me in the double. Okay, so we are hearing me in the double. Let me see if we still hear me in the double. Okay, so we are hearing me in the double. Let me see if we still hear me in the double. Good afternoon, a brilliant. Blessings. I have to get my headphones. Okay, let's try this again and see where we are from here. Okay, I think I settled that issue. The mic is loud though, so I'm gonna push it away. All right, so today, um, I was listening in on a trial that I want to listen in on, and I thought there was a thing. Why you couldn't enter? Because the amount of days you need to be subscribed to the channel or the level, the entry point. Let me check that, make sure that I got that. Subscribers 5 weeks. Okay, because I don't like to be trolled. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't like being trolled. So I try to minimize disturbances, if that makes sense. Anyway, So today, Mama, you know what I hate about the curly hair is when your hair is lopsided. One side is thicker than the other side. You know, that's what it is. So today I was listening. I'm back to, I'm starting a new project. And I gotta first get to the center. The trolling situation is annoying out here. But today I decided to go live and cover the type of topics that I would like to discuss here and hope that, I hope that I build an audience that is of that genre. Um, and that's about it. So let's see. Girl. Well, you know what? If I was bald, I would embrace being bald. I'm one of those people that can accept whatever the challenge is. Wherever I am in life, it's for a reason, and I'm here for my purpose. I don't know what it is, but I'm here for it, wherever it's at. I know I gotta change, whatever. Okay, so let's talk about this trial. I know what's going on. Um, I know what's going on, and I'm missing some of the testimony, but I'm missing some of the testimony the whole darn day because I've been interrupted in my thought process throughout the day. The minute I get started doing something, I either get a phone call, a message, or something. So it's not meant for me to hear it in real time. So I'm gonna have to go back and be behind the scenes. Um, that's that's about that's about it. Um, so today's trial that I'm gonna cover, um, in in real life or in real time is going to be the trial of Tennessee versus Govan. His name is actually Hernandez Govan. Now I'm gonna tell you. And he is being charged with, oh, let's get his charges. Hold up. So we could get this right. Oh, hold on. And I only have until 3:30 to do this part. Um, to do this part. So if you can hang out with me, that's fine. If you can't, that's fine. You'll catch me on the replay. I'm good with that. I haven't met a quorum yet, but yes, this is the Young Dolph trial. Um, so v. I want Tennessee. I should have looked this up before I got here. Um, I remember hearing what his charges were. One was a conspiracy, but I want to get it right. Um, his name is Hernandez Govan. So the whole time I was thinking that it was the other way around. He was a Govan Hernandez. So he's got a last name. He's got a first name that sounds like a last name. Interesting. Um, let's see if we find the indictment. So let us see. All right. So this case, so Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, who's the snitch, but in today's society refers to him as the snitch. Hernandez Govan, who is currently on trial, and Jamarquise Johnson. Hmm. Who the heck is that? Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta do some more due diligence because I was talking to somebody earlier and they were telling me about um I think I remember two guys testifying on the first trial. Um Jamarcus Johnson sentenced to diversion, who testified against his brother Justin Johnson. Oh, that's who he was. All right, so these two were brothers. Um, well, let me just pull this up. Hey, San Francis, because I said, who is this dude? So that's right. Now that I see the image of him, all right. So Jamarquise Johnson, who testified against his brother in the trial for the murder of young Dolph, sentenced to diversion. Okay, so Jamarquise Johnson, if I'm saying the name wrong, please forgive me. Charge it to I don't know how to say your name. Um, must complete 20 hours of community service each year, and if he stays out of trouble, his record could be expunged at the end of the term. Oh, really? Jamarquise Johnson, who testified against his brother Justin Johnson, the man convicted of in the killing of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. So you may recall, if you're not familiar with the story, this is the dude, the straight drop dude name is Justin Johnson. For reasons unbeknownst to the world around here, I'm just going to call him Justin Johnson because I don't want to have no problem from some people that are in the cemetery. I'm just going to say that. Um, Jarmiquis Johnson testified against his brother, um, who was convicted in the killing of the Memphis rapper Young Duff. He won't spend any more time in jail as long as he keeps out of trouble. And that's like the theory here with these cases. I'm just, or it's an underlining theme that we're seeing with these cases. Anyway, I didn't realize they were all on the same indictment. So, one thing we do know now, one has been convicted, which is Justin, and he's been sentenced to life in prison, and then or something to that effect. He ain't getting out no time soon. Um, and apparently his brother is not incarcerated anymore, but as long as he stay out of trouble, he's got to do 20 hours of community service each year. And that's it. I don't really remember his testimony from the first trial because I was in and out of it. I'm not even gonna hold you. But anyway, um the grand jurors of the state of Tennessee duly selected. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, the grand jurors of the state of Tennessee duly selected, impaneled, sworn, and charged to inquire for the body of the county of Shelby, Tennessee, upon their oath presented that Justin Johnson, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, and Jamarquise Johnson between June 1st, 2021 and March 1st, 2022 in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the finding of this indictment did unlawfully, intentionally, with premeditation and with the intent to commit the offense of first-degree murder were classified in TCA 39-13-22. So it's really dash 202 against the person of Adolph Thornton Jr. entered into an agreement with each other to commit the said offense. The said Johnson Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, Cornelius Smith, Hernandez Govan, and Jamarquise Johnson, acting for the purpose of promoting or facilitating the commission of said offense, and agreeing that one or more of them would engage in the conduct which constitutes the said offense. Okay. So what the state was able to prove back in the fall of 2024 was that Justin Johnson, and by testimony by and through Cornelius Smith, that the two of them were the people videoed on the people who were on the surveillance camera as shooting into the donut shop. That's what they was able to prove. Um, in me watching that, if but for the video footage of the clothes being the same clothes that Justin had on before the shooting, during the shooting, and after the shooting, um is the only thing that I say put him in the building. The grand jurors duly impaneled. I'm trying to see. So count one was this is so this is so interesting. Count one was the murder. Count two, the grand jurors of the state of Tennessee, duly selected and panel sworn, find that Justin Johnson, Cornelius Smith, and Govan Hernandez on November 17th, 2021, in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the finding of this indictment, did unlawfully, intentionally, and with premeditation kill Adolph Thornton Jr. in violation of TCA 39-13-202 against the peace and dignity of the state of Tennessee. Count three, which is applicable still to this defendant today, is on November 17th, 2021, in Shelby County, Tennessee, and before the finding of this indictment, did unlawfully attempt to commit the offense of first-degree murder. All right, so let's just, for my own study point, count one, count three. So count three was the first degree. I hate when this mic is in my way. The first degree. All right, now count two. Count two was premeditation. Premeditation. I'm gonna say to violate. Premeditation in violation of TCA 39-13-202, because I'll look those up later. All right. And then number one was the conspiracy, right? So number one is, oh no, number one was the first degree. Okay. So count one is intentionally, with premeditation, and with the intent to commit the offense of, all right, I think premeditation is spelled wrong, but whatever, something's not wrong. It's something with premeditation. All right. That was there. All right, so let's go to count four, and I'm only putting the counts that are applicable to Mr. Govan, who's standing trial today. So count four is for those two. Count five is for Justin Johnson. Count six was for Cornelius Smith. Count seven was for the two who, for them two. Okay, so the three counts that I see here is intentionally, with premeditation and with the intent to commit the offense, premeditation in violation of, which had to do with, so where's the conspiracies? Maybe I missed something in the translation. All right, let me go look at TCA. All right, let me go look at TCA, what TCA, whatever these things are. TCA, what did we say they was? TCA 39-13-202. Tennessee Code Section 39-12-202. I want to find it. I think this is going to be the one that's going to take me to it. All right, Section 2, 39-13, 202. So this is going to be 39, chapter 12. 39, chapter 13 is where we need to go. So while we in chapter, okay. 39, 13, 39, 13, 202. Criminal attempt. I'm trying to find the legislation itself. Thirty-nine, 13, 202. 39, 39, 13. How come 12 comes up but not 13? Did I write that wrong? No, I don't think so because the captures. I don't want chapter 12. I want chapter 13. I wonder why this is let me do section alt 0167. All right, let's see what that is. All right, let's just go to this. I hate reading stuff from Justia Loa. I hate reading that from there, but maybe it's the best place to go. 13. Legislative intent. The General Assembly finds and declares that an effective means of punishing and deterring organized crime involving gang activity and human trafficking is prosecuting unlawful conduct. So organized crime is 39-12-201. So where's 39-12-202? Going to the next section, 39-12. I wonder how come I'm asking for one thing, but I'm getting everything but what I'm asking for. Oh, wait a minute. That went to 203, but didn't go to 202. It went from 201 to 203. Very interesting. All right. Up here, 39, 39-13, chapter 12, 39-12. All right. 39-12-202. Let's see if this person starts off with it. The General Assembly finds and declares. All right, so we're at 39-12 still. I need 13. Oh, maybe I typed in. Hold up. I might have had a dyslexic moment. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. The first degree murder is a premeditation and intentional killing of another. A killing of another. First one committed. All right, so that's A1. They didn't have none of those little letters after it. I swore yesterday I heard them. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to yesterday's thing because I swore I heard conspiracy and all kinds of words like that. But I could be wrong because I was listening while I was doing other things. Premeditated and intentional killing of another. I should have wrote them all down. Terrorism, that's not applicable. Killing of another. Attempted, nope, that's not that one. A killing of another. That's not that one. I guess it can only be that one. So let's see. So Tennessee, I guess, does have the death penalty. Because here it says, shall be punished by A, death, B, imprisonment for life without the possibility of parole, or imprisonment for life. If a person is convicted of first degree murder under subsections A4 and 5 as an adult at the time of the commission, then the person shall be punished by death or imprisonment for life. Okay, so that would take care of count 3. Mm, that's why I'm not in these places. I'd have to go back and look at those other numbers to see what, because that's 13,202. Okay, let me see. 13,2. All right. But I learned something new. I didn't realize they were all on the same indictment. So I guess right now we don't have to worry about anybody else having a trial because all these people, one, two, this is the last person out of these 4 people. And that's what we was able to confirm today. All right. So if you don't know, the summary of the situation is there's one guy who claims he was there, he was involved, and he told the police everything they needed to know. He turned and became state with, you know, he testified in now the second trial. He testified in both trials against the other defendant. And that's where we are at today. Um I generally don't listen to opening statements, but today I listened to yesterday I listened to opening statements and I was very the defense attorney sparked my interest because I'm always like concerned with how they present their cases to see what kind of clarity I could build from it. And what I gathered from this attorney's opening statements is that the client that he's representing um, is basically being set up by the people, um, by the person testifying. And from what his role could be, if one was to believe believe it, he sounds as if he was, according to Mr. Smith, that he's the person that is the go between the money. He's the person that's the go between him getting the money, um, and that's where that stands. And I don't know. It sounds real shaky. This is why everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And that's where they are at this point. So hold up a second. Let me see. I'm trying to do 2 things at one time. All right. Let me go to listen to where we are at, which they probably should be on a break, but let me find the case. Oh, they still got some things still.
Hernandez Govan, indictment number 2204769,
Is this
self-authentication pursuant to Tennessee Rules of Evidence 90211-236.
all right? Well, this says live, so we'll just go back to the beginning of the day. Oh, yeah, this is today. Okay, let's come over here. Some parts of this I'm just gonna fast forward. I'm not able to hold you, but let me find my Zoom so I could. Oh, do I? No, I don't want to do it like that. You know what I want to do today? I want to come over here and I want, hold on a second. I want to go to my, all I want to do is my Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Okay, let's come over here. Um, let us, okay. I know what I need to do because I have learned from the last time. I need to turn off this camera. I need to come over here to this. I need to, all right, maybe it's not that window. How do I find that thing? Oh, I might have messed that up. Hold up. Let me just delete that. Yeah. Okay, let us go to. That's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a window capture. Yeah, it's gonna be a browser capture. Nope, it's not gonna be a browser capture. Hold up. Last try. It's gonna be a gem. It's gonna be a window capture. Gonna be that one. Okay, it's gonna be that one. All right, now you're gonna tell me if y'all hear it well, but if you don't, I'm gonna figure that out next. Okay, let me go back to my Zoom. All I wanna do is my Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Okay, so here we are. And now we're gonna press play. So just so that you know, this lady here, oh, my pointer's in the picture, I think. Yes, this lady here is the prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant. I'm trying to hear for sound.
How are you doing? Dating, my boyfriend. How long have you been with this man? Since 2016. Okay. And were you dating him in 2021? Do you know an individual by the name of Hernandez Building? I don't know him, but I've seen. If you know him. Okay, but you've seen him before? Yes. If you could look around the courtroom and tell us if you see him here today? Yes. Could you point him out and identify him for the record, please? Very sure we should bring time.
For the record, she's identified Mr. Govan in court.
Thank you. Ms. Arnold? Thank you. And how are you familiar, or where have you seen Mr. Govan?
A couple times riding with Cornelius over his house,
Over whose house?
over Govan's house.
So you and Cornelius Smith was over Govan's house?
I would ride with him, yeah.
Did you ever go inside?
No,
So how do you know it was Govan's house?
what's her name?
Did you see Govan outside the home?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know where this home is located?
on Dragon Street.
What area of town is that?
Um,
And on the time that you saw him at the home, did you ever speak to Mr. Govan?
no,
Have you ever spoken to Mr. Govan?
no.
And so did Mr. Smith ever tell you about discussions that he might have had with Mr. Govan?
Yes.
So what did he tell you?
He said, I'm about a hit,
A hit on who?
dog.
So Cornelius Smith told you that he talked about a dog hit with Hernandez Govan.
Yes,
Okay. So do you remember when Mr. Smith told you about that conversation?
and, it's like that.
Was it in 2021? Was it hot or cold outside? Do you remember? Okay. And so Mr. Smith told you about that discussion he had with Govan. Did he ever tell you about a dollar amount?
He mentioned a dollar amount.
Do you remember what that dollar amount was?
It's between me and 1.5.
Okay. And so this discussion that y'all had, was it before Adolph Horton was killed?
Yeah,
Okay. And so did Mr. Smith ever tell you any specifics about this hit on dog?
no,
Okay. Did he tell you when and where they were gonna do it? Okay. And to your knowledge, did Mr. Smith ever have, well, put me back a little bit. You know someone by the name of Anthony Mims or Big Joe?
yes,
Okay. To your knowledge, did Smith ever have direct contact with Big Joe?
no.
So how would he, if he communicated at all with Big Joe, how did he do that?
He said he would talk to Govan, send a message to him, and he would get a message to you. Would talk to Govan, and Govan would tell him. the message.
Okay. So Govan was the link between Mr. Smith and Big Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna fast forward to November 17th, 2021. Do you know where you were that day?
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was at his dad's house before I went home.
Who's that house?
When he,
Okay. And was Mr. Smith there as well?
yeah,
How long were y'all there for?
I had left, I can't remember.
When did you leave?
It was, I can't remember the time, but I know I had left and went home.
Did you leave alone?
Yes,
So Mr. Smith wasn't with you?
I had took him to, work,
Okay. You took Cornelius Smith to work?
no,
Who did you take to work?
his dad,
Okay. And so when you left the house that day, was Cornelius Smith still at the house? Okay. Did you see him leave the house? Okay. Do you remember him getting any calls that morning before you left his dad's house?
he got a phone call.
Okay, so Cornelius Smith got a phone call before you left. Do you happen to know who that call was from? Okay. Do you recall anyone coming to the house before you left?
I found a car for it though, but I can't tell you who was in.
Okay. What kind of car was it?
It was a white car.
Do you know the make or the model of the car?
No,
Was it a truck? Was it a sedan?
it was a car, it wasn't an issue in it.
Okay. And you say you don't know the other person in the car?
I don't,
Okay. Did you see Mr. Smith get into the car at all?
I had four though.
Okay. And where exactly did this person pull up to? Was it right in front of Cornelius?
It was across the street.
Okay. Do you know if that car was there for Cornelius Smith?
Already done.
And so I wanna go to later on that day, November 17th, 2021. Did Cornelius Smith contact you later that day?
Yes.
Okay. How did he contact you? Did he call you?
He called me.
Okay. Did he call you from his usual phone number?
I didn't recognize the one.
Okay. And so he called you, and what did he say to you?
Coffee funeral.
From where?
Around the park.
Okay. Have you ever been to Tulane Park before?
No, I didn't.
So he told you where he was. You go pick him up?
Yeah.
And when you picked him up, what kind of car were you driving?
My car?
Yeah.
I had a Chevy Track.
What color was it?
Dark gray.
I'm gonna show you what has been previously marked as exhibit 6, the video. Is that car look familiar?
Yeah.
Is that your car?
Yes.
And who were you waiting on at that point?
Cornelius.
And who's that walking out right there?
Cornelius with a baby.
Is Cornelius in the black?
Yeah.
Okay. And at that point, is he walking towards your car?
Yeah.
If I showed you a screenshot of some surveillance footage from that same time and that same place, could you recognize it?
Yeah, we get going on.
Yes.
I need to get a say she was cool.
In the top left corner of that picture, right on the edge, do you see Cornelius Smith?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see your car?
Yeah.
Your Honor, we asked this over the internet as the next number for it.
Yes, ma'am. So this is a photo of a parking lot, several cars in a lot of apartment complexes, around the picture, the end of the picture. On the very left of the picture is,
Can you close your door? This is the point. So this very first button, if you could use it to kind of circle where Cornelius Smith is and where your car is. The very first button, the top one.
You might not be able to do it, but it's funny. Step right there.
Oh, she's circling her car.
Yep. You have to hold it. Oh. Okay, so that person right there, that's Cornelius Smith.
Yes.
And the car next to him, is that your car?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so this is her car and that's her man.
So Mr. Smith, you got your car, right?
Yes.
Okay, when he got into your car, did he talk to you at all?
Yes.
What did he tell you?
Baby.
So he got shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you know where he got shot at?
In the shoulder.
Did he tell you how he got shot?
Yeah.
So how did he tell you he got shot?
He said he got shot when they went up there in Makita's cookies, and he said they were shooting their dogs, and when he got back to the car, someone shot back in them, and he got shot in the shoulder.
Okay. Did he tell you anything else about that incident?
She tell him more than he told.
Did he ever tell you why he didn't call you from his own number?
He said that like he put his phone in the car,
In which car?
the Mercedes.
Okay. Did he tell you where the car was?
I didn't tell him.
Okay. Well, did he try to get his phone back?
Yes.
How do you know that?
He told me we need to go up and get his phone out the car. And he got in touch with Govan and we went up the pressure wheel.
Okay. So he got in touch with Govan. Did he use your phone to do that? So one way or another, he got in touch with Govan.
Yes,
Okay. And when y'all left two-way apartment, where did y'all go?
the pressure wheel.
Did y'all immediately go to pressure room or did y'all make a stop for him?
Well, we stopped at the gas station across the street. He got him a cigarette.
Okay, so after y'all left the gas station, y'all went to pressure room.
Yeah.
Then when you got to pressure room, who was there?
Govan.
Okay. And was he inside of his car or was he outside?
Inside of a car.
Okay, do you remember what kind of car it was?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so were you driving at that point?
Yes.
Okay, so you parked the car, and did Cornelius stay in the car, or did he get out?
He got out and right after what he was, Govan got out of the car and they walked to the back and they was talking. I didn't hear the conversation because I was in my car.
So you didn't hear anything,
No.
did you ever speak to the Govan at all? But you saw him at the car wash that day. Did you see Mr. Govan give Mr. Smith anything?
I did.
Okay. And after this, did you and Mr. Smith leave?
Yeah.
Where did y'all go?
It was just riding around.
Okay. Did y'all ever stop at any point?
We went to AutoZone.
Okay. So was it that same day that y'all was to AutoZone?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did y'all go to AutoZone?
We got a car code.
So her story's a little bit different than his. She's saying all of this occurred on the same day when she picked him up from the apartment complex. All of her stuff happened in one day.
So did Smith tell you that you needed a car cover?
No, the car code was supposed to be for the cover of the car that I guess they use.
Okay. Did he tell you that anyone told him to get a car cover?
No, we didn't.
Okay, he just said we need to go to AutoZone and get a car cover. Okay. What time was this? Okay. And you said it was the same day that you got the phone from Pressure World?
Can you say this again, please?
Yeah.
So y'all got to AutoZone. And did you go inside or did Mr. Smith go inside? But was a car cover purchased at all?
Yeah.
And how do you know that?
Cause it was purchased, but I can't remember who bought it.
Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. And was it in an AutoZone bag or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened after y'all left AutoZone?
We drove around, tried to get him some pain meds, cause he said he was hurt.
Okay. After y'all rode around and tried to get some pain meds, what about him?
We ended up at his dad's house cause he was bleeding real bad and he wanted to change clothes.
Okay. And did you change clothes?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I'm sorry, yes.
And what happened when y'all got to that house and wanted to change clothes?
He changed clothes and he went in the bathroom. I was sitting in his bedroom and he passed out and I got him up off the floor.
Okay. And what happened after you got him off the floor?
Oh, we left.
Who was we?
Me and Cornelius left.
Okay. So y'all left his dad's house.
Yes.
And where did y'all go?
We ended up at his aunt house.
And just for the jury's clarification, where is Cornelius Smith's dad's house located?
Wow.
About how far away is it from the house that you remember Mr. Govan being at?
It's not far.
Okay. Would you say less than 5 minutes?
It's about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes.
So I'm gonna ask another question. So was there ever a time when during this time, did Mr. Smith ever ask you to drop him off and send the block and then come back and get him?
Yeah.
Okay, where were y'all when this happened?
That day, it was dark outside and he wanted to.
They need the other DA.
He thought his fingerprint was on the car, he wanted to wipe his prints on the car. So I pulled up at the top of Red Street, he got out and I hit the block and came back and picked him up.
Okay. And you said this was nighttime?
Yeah.
And when was, you remember what day this was?
I don't.
Okay. Was it before or after you got the car covered? fast forward a little bit. Just about a week or so later, did you stay in Memphis?
Yeah.
So you were in Memphis the week after that?
Well, the Thanksgiving night, we went to Atlanta. I had a job on. So we left like 4 o'clock that morning. Cause I had to go get a TB scan test read. So we made it up there and I got text from Greater Hospital saying that orientation had been canceled and then let me know when the next orientation will be. So we left like that Sunday and came back to Memphis.
But how long were y'all in Atlanta for?
From just a weekend. I was like we left that Thursday night. Well, Friday, Saturday, we came back Sunday.
Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward a little bit into December. Did Mr. Smith ever say that he talked to Govan after the murder? Did he ever tell you that he ran into Govan
Yes.
after the murder?
Yes.
Okay, when did he tell you that?
He said he was he was in South Memphis going to get some pills and he ran to him in traffic. He blew the horn. Govan turned around, made a U-turn and got behind him. He said they get out. And Govan was like, I've been looking for you. You good? You all right? And he said, yeah, I'm good. He said, Govan was like, I don't know what you done heard, but I ain't saying nothing. But we gonna get this money. And he said something about going to prevay.
Really weird. She's gonna tell a whole story.
And he gonna make sure that he get his money.
So the next day, after this run-in with Mr. Govan in the street, did you see Mr. Smith?
Mhm.
Where did you see him?
And he picked me up from work 2 weeks together.
Okay, and where did y'all go after he picked you up from work?
We went over his own house.
Okay. When was the last day that you remember actually seeing Mr. Smith?
Well, the day that he got picked up, I had a job interview at About Airport. I took my grandkids to school. I went to my job interview. We left the job interview, it was his daughter's birthday. He wanted to take her some cupcakes or something, so he had to talk to her mom to make sure it was okay. We went to the school, she called to verify that it would be okay.
Who is she?
Shay, his baby mom.
Okay.
So we left there, we went to Kroger, got some cupcakes and stuff, and he dropped me off at work.
Okay. And that was the last time you remember seeing him? And to your knowledge, was he arrested? Okay.
Yeah, he left me stranded at work. I didn't realize he had got locked up until the next day. Cause I was stranded at work. He was in my car, he had my phone, so I had no way of calling him or anything. So the next day when I got up, my daughter took me over to his baby mom's house, but that's when I found out that he had got arrested.
Have you ever spoken to police about this whole situation?
Yeah,
Did you speak to them multiple times?
twice.
That first time, did you tell them everything that you told us today?
Yeah.
The first
Some
time?
of it. I held back some information
Okay.
the first time. So the second time I went down there, I told him everything. I told him I was scared for my family.
I'll pass it in there.
You gotta do that, man.
Okay. I really don't understand like what's the significance? Yo, homie is dead serious in this courtroom. I ain't seen him crack a smile or nothing. Not that he should, because this is dead serious, but he's been dead serious. And basically what she just said, I don't see where there's a big crime in asking somebody that you know done did some crazy stuff if they okay.
All right, so my name is Manny, or I'm aware from Govan and things, okay? It's clear you don't want to be here today. Speaking of talking to folks, how many times have you talked to the government before today? Being the prosecutor,
The police,
the police or the prosecutors here today?
I talked to police, I came down here to a one, I talked to police car.
Okay.
And I talked to those ladies, one,
When was that?
last week,
Okay. Would it have been twice that they came by your house last week?
I went there,
Okay. Did you talk to him this morning?
yes,
Did you watch any of this trial on TV yesterday?
not much of,
All right, but you watched some of it, the trial, so you heard what the
I
witness
thought
said.
the beginning of,
Did you see your boyfriend's testimony? None of it.
no,
Why not?
I just couldn't watch it.
Okay. But you watched some.
He was supposed to be instructed not to watch it.
You remember June 24th, 2025, right? Yeah. All right, remember I came by your house to try to talk to you, and I came back the next day to talk to you, and you mentioned to me that you don't remember anything about this, and you have nothing to say. You remember that?
I don't talk to you.
Okay, so on June 24th, when your head spotted, you know I came by your house, right? Remember that?
I don't know what to do.
Okay. With regards to Cornelius, and you talked to him regularly.
Yes,
Still talk to him since he's been locked up.
yes, life
What
sentences.
is it?
Well, I can't personally go visit him.
Okay.
They do,
Murder in Tennessee could be one of two things. It could be death sentence, it could be life without the possibility of parole, or it could be life with parole.
a video, baby.
Rephrase. You talked to him on the phone and you video visited, right? Doesn't Mr. Cornelius ever call you on a cell phone from prison? Okay, so it's always a recorded line?
Yeah.
Okay, the video visits though, those are you guys. All right. How many times do you think you visited him in the last 4 years since he got arrested?
That's even, so you say,
For this case without bond, you've been pending trial.
well, when he was down here at 201, I used to come down here and visit him.
And with regards to what you testified to here today, I mean, everything's essentially what Cornelius has told you, right? You're just repeating what he said to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing about pressure world, well, let's take it one step at a time. Do you know who Bobby Carter is?
A friend of his.
Did Cornelius ever tell you about doing a shooting with Bobby Carter in the summer of 2021?
This lawyer right here, this lawyer does an excellent job doing what defense attorneys are supposed to do. Build reasonable doubt. Give you reason as a juror not to find fault in the testimony that you're hearing, so you can say it's not credible, and because it's not credible, you can't make a determination based on what the witness told you. You can't find their statements to be credible. So all he is doing is building up doubt about the witness and what the witness is saying. So he does a great job at doing this.
Did he ever tell you doing any type of shooting or trying to shoot somebody named Moochie Gray?
No.
But Bobby Carter's a friend of his, right?
Yeah.
And Bobby Carter also lives on Bradley Street, correct? Okay, and you know Bobby Carter.
That's saying him.
And with regards to Mr. Govan, how long have Cornelius and Mr. Govan been hanging out? It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
All right, so by a while, I mean, they've known each other for a long time.
I would say,
Okay, so you're not talking about a couple of weeks or a month. He's known him for a while. He buys his pills from him. He hangs out around, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to make sure my definition of a while is the same as yours. So if I said, I just met somebody a couple of weeks ago, that wouldn't be accurate. He's known Mr. Govan for a while.
from my knowledge, for a month.
Okay. And he would then go do pill sales with him, go buy pills at his house.
Yeah.
But he'd also buy pills from Bobby Carter.
This is the defense's attorney. So this is Mr. Govan's attorney doing cross-examination on the girlfriend of one of the shooters, and specifically the shooter that turned state's evidence. So in layman's term, he's a snitch, and this is the snitch's girlfriend, who, based on her testimony, she sounds like an accomplice after the fact, if not during the fact, or maybe even in the premeditated stages. So she definitely comes across to me as somebody that could have been, consequently could have been, or subsequent to the event, could have been charged. I also find it interesting. You'll see an image, they don't show their faces, they're only showing their foot. But you'll see an image of her with a boot on, and I take that boot to me as very suspect. I feel as if she might be having an ankle bracelet on. And this is just me with the speculation. So this is not proven, but no one asked her how she was feeling today. Is she okay? Seeing that she came in with this boot on. So I feel like it was to camouflage her wearing an ankle bracelet. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
When you talk to the police, you remember telling them that when you used to buy pills from a street called Redbud, on Redbud Street?
Yeah.
Okay, who lives on Redbud Street?
I don't know their name, but somebody he know, and bad people.
Okay, did Cornelius ever tell you that Mr. Govan is a federal snitch?
He said he heard something like that.
All right, was that before or after the shooting from Mr. Govan?
After.
Okay,
I wonder if Mr. Govan is a federal snitch, because why would you even be doing business with the federal snitch? You getting over here getting your drugs from the like, this don't even make no common sense to me, but carry on.
with regards to the pressure wolf, you familiar with pressure wolf?
Yeah, but yeah,
You've been there a bunch, you recognize it?
I'm been here.
So Pressure World is a car wash.
How many times you been there?
So I don't never go there. I drive by there.
Would you recognize it if I showed you some pictures of it?
I think this is very creative or strategic. The defense attorney is about to show her pictures of the property surrounding Pressure Wash to further build his reasonable doubt. This is why. All right, before we go forward, oftentimes in these cases, people will say something to the effect the defense did not put on a trial. So if you get to the defense's side of the case and they call no witnesses, people are often saying, but they didn't, put no case forward. In their cross-examination, everything that they do, all the questions that they ask is to build a reasonable doubt and is in fact putting on a case. So here you're going to see him and his strategic way of putting on a case through and by the prosecution's case. The prima facie case, which is the prosecution's case, he's bringing forth his case or his defense.
Pressure wolf that you recognize.
Yeah.
That's what pressure wolf looked like on that day on the 17th, when you guys went there to meet Govan to pick up the phone, right?
Yeah.
It's true and accurate of how you remember it looking back in November of 2017?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm gonna ask to publish those. I don't know if it's 12 or 15 photos I can count, but I can fall for that error. Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so in Tennessee, at least from what I've seen from this judge, she will give you an account of each of the pictures, but they look like they're looking at the prosecution. Let's see what the prosecution has to say.
Well, I just asked her, is there 2 inaccurate copies of what it is, and she said, yes, no, it doesn't matter.
He said I'm gonna say this: the prosecution is missing their key prosecutor, and they needed to go get him. The other guy that did the other trials that I like, they need him. His name begins with H. I can't think of his name right now, but they need him. Harriman or something. They need him because they messing this up big time. Or maybe they really didn't have a case on this guy, so one would sit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. So, it's the original, so I don't get the copies like that.
But these are.
So So everything she admits into the record, she gives a description of what she's admitting into the record.
So, all of these, let's say,
Yes, Your Honor. I actually do have a point.
These aren't all the special. Look at the last four.
The last reader pressure roll is close-ups, but the other one is business across the street, so I can pull that in. That's just
It's three.
pictures. And four. Yeah, four.
Don't approach them.
All right, so the judge is looking at those. They're gonna have a conversation about it. She said if you could lay a foundation, so he's about to lay his foundation.
I thought this is gonna be really hard to see because the TV's so far away, but I don't have a pointer, so I'll try to explain.
But it's going on too.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. It's okay, we'll figure it out. They used to do this for 100 years, I'll figure it out. That's what pressure would look like back then, and just that's right.
you have to drive it, huh?
Yeah, I understand, so that's the opening, right, where you get in where it says
Mhm.
pressure room.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hand you the photos so you can go through them closely, because it's hard to see them.
Man, this
Pressure room, I know it's a little hard to see. And so I've got lots of angles of all the different cameras.
all right, I'm not washing my car here. I'm just telling you that right now. From the pictures I'm seeing, they not washing no car of mine here. This is like a hand car wash looking like it. Look at these abandoned ass cars.
Thank you. And you see the sign right at the entrance pressure wall that says this place is under video monitoring. Beware, warning, right? Okay.
So he's pointing out all the cameras that are in the area of this of this uh pressure wash car wash to basically infer that to corroborate their story, the police department should have pulled the surveillance from these from these cameras to corroborate the story that these witnesses are telling them what happened and what transpired during the days surrounding the events.
Camera. See that camera on the top right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And you recognize this, there's a big mural on pressure wall right there. Oh, there is. Okay, let's go to the next slide.
Oh, I could hardly see that camera. I saw it.
This is sort of the side of the business. You see the black camera there and the light camera thing, whatever that is, and then another white camera right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are parked on the side, right?
In front.
Oh, in the front. Okay. But the gentleman went to the side to talk or something. You said, go ahead.
Well, I pulled in, I turned around, I was facing the street, he got out, and he walked to the back to talk to him.
Right. You mentioned that you didn't know if you thought Govan was in the car, but you couldn't see anything, right?
When I pulled in, I saw him get out, when he got out, I was looking at my mirrors, he got out of a car.
Okay. All right. Next slide, please. So on the side, there's two more cameras. I don't think that middle one's the camera. I can't tell, but there's two more cameras there. You see that? I think my associate skipped ahead one. Just skip ahead one photo and then I'll go back to it.
Just-
You see the cameras there on the other side of there, right?
Yes,
Okay, next slide, please. All right, and you see two more cameras on the left side front of the building. You see one on the right side and one on the left side?
I see.
Okay, next slide, please. All right, and so this is right towards the front where you saying there's gonna be over the car cell with the camera to the side. You see there's more cameras right there. In fact, it's a motion camera, so if you walk up there, little dots come on. You see that camera?
Yeah,
Okay. Next slide, please. Right, it's a close up of the same camera, right?
yeah,
Okay, next slide, please. All right, and so that's the business across the street. You familiar with that at all? Have you seen it?
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, is that the store you guys went to get cigarettes? Okay, well, if you don't remember, you just mentioned the gas station, and the convenience store from the gas
That
station.
was my fee of the apartment.
Next slide, please. All right, so there's, I think we've already looked at this one, but there's cameras there on the side. You see it on the far back of the building. One more slide, please. That's just a close up. All right, zoom in. And so on the back side, you see cameras there as well with the wires sticking out and stuff.
Yes,
Okay, so when the cameras are in the front, they're on both the sides, they're by the office, they're in the back, and it warns you that this is under video surveillance, right?
yeah,
Okay. And you told the police specifically that you went to pressure wall. That was your words, right?
yes, we do.
Okay. Can we cue up the audio, please? The pressure wall. I just want you to listen to your statement, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about it, okay? You hear about when you pick them up, this night, you guys went somewhere in Detroit, all right? Okay. Over there, David and David. Yeah. And somebody met you guys there and they gave your boyfriend something. When your boyfriend went and they picked up something. Stop that. Play it again. Okay. Play it again, play it louder. Did you say I don't remember, right? When he asked you about picking up something with your boyfriend, he's sort of prompting you to whatever, and you say you don't remember, is that correct? You have to speak up to the jury and hear. Okay, that's good.
So here he's demonstrating coercion. This is how coercion happens at the police station. They plant the seed of information.
Did you guys there? They something. When you go somewhere, they pick up something. I don't remember, right? Yeah. Okay, keep going. Okay, cool. You got rock, you got down the rock. No, yeah. Doing, you call, go to the store, jump in somewhere, and he tells you to stop. Let me get something, he was missing something. Cause when he called you, he didn't call you from his phone, did he? Right. He didn't call you from his phone to go pick him up for his life. Whose phone did he call you from? Okay, and then, when you ask him who fucking phone is this? Alright, then he tell you that he had to go get something, that he forgot something, that he need to go back and get. Right. What did you say there? What did you say there when he said, did you say no, that you don't remember him saying that to go get something? Do you remember what you said?
No,
There you go. What photo is this? All right, then he tell you that he has to go get something, then he forgot something, then he need to go back and get. Right. Right, so when they ask you about having to go do anything, your first thing, and this is December 17th, exactly 30 days after the shooting, you said you don't remember it to the police, right?
Yeah.
And then they ask you, wasn't there something your boyfriend said that you forgot, or something that he needed to go get, or those kinds of things? They're prompting you, right, to tell you what you're supposed to say.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, let's talk about Cornelia, excuse me, Govan. Play that clip.
There's nothing, cause y'all, he figured I knew something, he was on. And this guy's on here, he say all right. Look how I'm standing across the street, what's that?
What about people asking you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're talking about, tell me what's his name? You know his name? Was that over? You split over?
I don't know, but I don't know the men from his house and be some beats.
Okay. Okay. You know what his name is? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's beginning there. Well. Yeah, with me. Yeah. Well, okay. All right, so a month after all this happened, they're asking you about something. Do you remember it was really good today about Quet and you seemed very calm and collected about it? But back then when they asked you what the guy's name was, and you said Cornelius had already told you Quet or Govan had been doing it. But the police had to ask you over and over and over again and tell you, was it a guy with the initial Q, right, on Bradley Street?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Okay, so you forgot his name 1 month after that, and 4 years later, you remember it perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, you know Bobby Carter also lives there on Bradley Street, right?
Yeah.
And Bobby Carter is also sells pills.
No, he saw him.
Okay, but your boyfriend Cornelius hung out with Bobby Carter, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And the thing about the car being across the street, that's Cornelius telling you that. You have no knowledge of that, right?
So I saw it on the news, and before then, he told me that the car was parked, that, Justin parked the car behind the empty house across the street.
Okay. So he told you that, and then you saw more things on the news, and that's how you remember this, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you also watched part of the trial yesterday, just not your boyfriend's part, right?
Right.
Okay. With regards to who's responsible for all this,
He said you watched part of the trial yesterday, just not your boyfriend's part.
what's that? Did Cornelius ever tell you that Bobby Carter?
And this is a grown woman. This is a grown woman who has kids. She has kids old enough to make her a grandmother.
Shoot. Sure. I'm going to play a video of this now. So I'm going to ask you again. Okay. Well, no is different from I can't recall.
Okay.
Okay. So let's play that part of the video. Just remember, you're on your own.
She doing the Woody. I can't recall.
Right. No.
All right. So you just said Cornelius told you that Bobby's the one that called the Mercedes in because Bobby was in on it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you again. Bobby Carter lives on Bradley Street. He's in on the shooting. That's what you said, right? Okay. And that was just a month after all this happened, right? Okay.
I wonder if they had a reward for any information leading to the arrest of the people, because that car was parked in plain sight. So it would be, or anybody who needed some loot could definitely have turned it in.
With regards to pressure wound and all the cameras you saw there, what time of day did you get the pressure wound? Any ballpark as to when in the daytime? Lunchtime, dinner time, mid-afternoon? Okay. And so after you were pressure wound, you guys went to AutoZone.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was Cornelius that said we need to get a car cover for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you went to the AutoZone, I assume just not too far from where you guys were at Pressure Land?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you remember the video cameras at AutoZone? Would you imagine that there's surveillance cameras at a big store like AutoZone? Okay, and do you remember if you went in or if your boyfriend went in? Do you have any idea how you guys paid for it?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, was that his hat?
Govan gave him some money, I don't know how much it was.
Okay, so now you're saying, because we talked about the meeting, you said he got his phone supposedly, even though you didn't see it, but now you're saying he also got some money from Govan?
Yeah.
Okay, how much money did he get? Okay, car covers can cost $50 to $200. You got any idea what kind of car cover it was? Okay, what happened to the car cover? Okay, was it at your house when you guys bought it to take it home? Where did you take it?
It was in my truck, but I don't know what happened to it.
Okay. With regards to the money that, well, first, are you testifying to this jury that Cornelius, prior to Dolph being killed, told you that he was going to do it?
He was telling me about meetings that they had, conversations that they had.
Okay, you're his girlfriend, and what did you think those meetings were about?
I didn't take it
He, what did he tell you about these meetings prior to the murder?
He was just saying that, they wanted to put a hit out on or down.
And that was okay with you as his
I
girlfriend?
didn't take it serious, because at the time, Cornelius was talking to us really bad.
Okay, Cornelius has lied to you a lot over your relationship, has he not?
Yeah.
All right, and you've had domestic violence issues?
Yes.
He's stolen your TVs and sold them? He's taken your guns and sold them, right? The 9
Cornelia, he's got issues, okay? That's basically what she's saying.
millimeter handgun. Is there any chance he used those guns as part of the shooting?
I don't think so.
All right, and how many shootings do you know Bobby to have done over the years?
I
More than 3 or 4, right?
don't know.
I'm sorry, Cornelius, I asked you about Bobby. Cornelius took your guns, and you don't know how many times he may have used those, right?
No.
You do know that he pulled a gun on his child's mother sometime during your relationship. I'm just asking if you know. They've been dating for 9 years now.
He trying hard. He's definitely trying hard.
He was bleeding, so when he messed up, my seat on my truck.
Okay. The bullet was lodged in his shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So who got it out? You can't just survive with a bullet stuck in your body with a hole that you can.
That's a good question. I want to know who got it out too.
What?
Yeah.
So he stayed with that bullet in his shoulder for almost a month? 3 weeks? Well, the shooting happened on November 17th. He was arrested on December 9th. So he had that bullet. How was he treating all that bleeding that was going on, or not getting an infection?
When I picked him up, his wound was already patched up.
Okay.
All right. Now remember, she drove down, according to her testimony, she drove down to Atlanta for a job at Grady. So she also had some kind of medical experience.
And you picked him up, patched up, but then you said he was still bleeding.
He was still bleeding.
On the day that he was arrested, the jury's heard some testimony about what happened. Is it your testimony that you were with Cornelius that morning?
That the shooting happened?
No. The day he's arrested, December 9th, his daughter's birthday.
Yes, I was.
Okay. So if somebody said it was just him alone, that would not be correct, right? You were with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So that morning, did he appear normal to you? You're thinking clearly?
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay. I mean, he wasn't drunk or high or any of that kind of stuff. He
He
just,
took some pills for pain.
okay, but pain pills, right? All right. So he wasn't intoxicated to you because you wouldn't let him drive if that was the case, right?
Okay.
Okay. And so then you went with him to the grocery store to get the balloons in it. Okay.
So she is now, by saying he's not intoxicated, she is discrediting his testimony, Cornelius Smith, where he said he was intoxicated the whole time.
Then you guys went to the school to drop that stuff off?
Oh, he dropped me off at work, and he
Okay.
went back.
All right, and as far as you knew on that day, he wasn't intoxicated, he's taking some pills for the pain. The night that he was going to go clean the car, you remember talking about that?
Yeah.
You dropped him off near Bradley Street, right?
Yes, at the top of the street.
Right, and then you went on the block how many times before he came back?
I say, well,
All right, just a couple minutes?
yeah,
Okay, so you dropped him off, he goes to clean the car. Did he have some bleach products and stuff with him?
he had some products, I don't know what kind of products it was, but yeah,
He had some bottles in his hand. Okay, so he leaves the car with some bottles in his hand, as far as you know, clean something. And in about 2 minutes, he's back and you pick him up and off you go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I'm not taking nobody to nothing like that.
These meetings and all that. Play some sound for you. I want you to tell me, ask you a couple questions about it. Right back. You said everything came from a higher power, right? Just now?
Yeah.
Okay, right back and let it hear again.
Right, and that's why I needed to talk to you, you understand that? Because yesterday, I had, what do you mean, no, I don't really don't. Well, no, but you know what, you got access to the man that actually killed them, and he told you, what did he tell me that shit come from?
Who told you that stuff? So this is all before the key stuff that I played to you earlier. When they first asked you what's happening, you said it's coming from a higher power. And you paused and you thought about it. They didn't say, does it start with a J? Where does he live? What did he do? First words out of your mouth was Joe did this, right?
Yep.
All right, keep playing it.
And it came from you. No. Who told you that? Who's he? So he said it came from you being, because one of the things talking about the same Jew. Unfortunately, there's one upon you. Seeing you meaning the young guy's brother, Jew.
yeah.
So when they asked you 2, maybe 3 times, it's Jook, CMG, Jook, set all this stuff up. I know we've been talking about these meetings at Govan's house, but when it came down to it, Jook's giving the orders, Jook's paying, Jook's doing everything. That's what Cornelius told you, right?
Yeah.
Let's see one more clip.
I don't know, what you say to him, I know, but he told me, he looked you in his eyes.
So you was the one that actually, they were accused of it. And you was the one that asked him to kill, to kill Dolph. No, but when you said he said he told you.
Notice the judge is taking notes. So will I be taking notes? Now, this is the same judge that sat through the other trial.
They asked you, where did the order come from? Who pulled in? Who was gonna do that? It's always Jook, right? All right, and so the meetings, does Cornelius use the word meeting a lot with you? Or was he just over at Govan's house to buy pills and hang out with his friend?
A lot of times I was at work, so him going over there, a lot of times I wasn't around, but the couple times that I took him over there, he was buying Peter.
Okay. And again, everything is based on what Cornelius has told you. The guy that you said has lied to you about a lot of stuff, including, for example, he may get back together with his child's mother after he gets this money. Never told you that. But if he would have made that statement and we talked about it yesterday, that would be, he never told you that, right? Does he ever say he runs game on you? Just tell me what you want to hear.
Sometimes.
Never know, you're I don't have any more questions, Doctor.
I don't see too much that connects to the guy that's on trial here, though. So hopefully the prosecution will bring us back to why Jovan is important.
I get a word from you. Did you know where any cameras are? Like you said in your direct testimony, you said that this was the first time that you ever driven up into pressure.
Yes.
Okay, so you driven past before,
So,
okay, but you wouldn't have known about any cameras just by driving past. Okay. So by driving past, would you see anything at Pressure World by driving past it?
no,
Okay. And you gave this statement to the police officers. It was December 17th from the recording that you did of these, correct?
yes,
Okay. And that was a month after the murder, correct?
yes.
So to your knowledge, do you know if the cameras at Pressure World records interactions outside of Pressure World?
I don't know,
Do you know if it runs on a continuous basis and stays somewhere in a cloud?
I don't know.
Okay. And I'm gonna have you. And Ms. Arnold, you didn't know if the cameras would be even working.
I don't.
So I'm gonna show you a portion of that same interview that Mr. Moore showed you.
We got a phone, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're talking about, tell me what's his name? You know, his big name? Was it a no one? Used to be a no one?
Then I don't know, I don't know his name's gone, but he's out there, so he is.
Okay, okay. You know what his name is, man. Okay. Let's be going on that, remember? Remember you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So at this point, we'll tell me.
I'm saying.
All right, tell me. No, I just want to tell you.
I'm saying. Chris is a.
So you said, to your understanding, Quet set this up.
Yes.
Okay. But earlier, I'm sorry, not earlier, but sometime in this interview, who did you say the order came from?
Sure.
Can those be two different people?
Yes.
The person that planned it and the person that the order came from?
Yes.
No further questions, John.
This coming from the person that wasn't even there. Hey, Karen.
You couldn't think of Hugh or Quet's name when they were asking you that, right?
Definitely.
All right. Prior to that, they told you you'd be charged as an accessory if you didn't talk to them because you helped somebody after the murder happened, right? Yeah, by driving them. Yes, they did threaten to charge you, right? In that interview?
Yes.
In the very beginning of the interview? All right. And so when you took a pause after we'd gone through this whole Q nonsense, and they asked you during this interview, who set it up, who did this, it was a joke. And they asked you some more, he's a higher power, it was a joke, right? That's what Cornelius told you.
Okay.
And Cornelius also told you Bobby Carter was involved in this case.
I don't know.
Okay, I can play that clip again. Remember, we just talked about it. Bobby Carter called in the Mercedes that was parked on Bradley Street. All right, and Cornelius told you Bobby Carter was in on it too. You remember saying that? Okay. With regards to the video stuff, I'm sure you don't know if AutoZone's video cameras were working that day on the 17th, 2 hours after the murder, right? Okay, but you would expect police to go check that out to confirm that all these things happened, right? That would be simple. You're sure they would, right? I would be sure too, but you know. Okay.
He is so sarcastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a brief break. Don't discuss this, testimony of the bar. And then we'll just take a. Dance or recess?
All right, so they was in recess for a break. They're back. This is a sidebar.
It just takes a while. Sure you watch my internet too.
This I'm making actually this hey Sean, Jay Sean, this is actually going to be a bag insert. You know how they be buying for the inside of their bags, they be purchasing those inserts. So that's what that is. Let me see who we dealing with now over here on this. So yeah, I'm preoccupying my time. This is not in live. I'm behind because I had to do some other stuff.
Step this way, sir. Stand right here, face your arm, raise your right hand, please.
Oh, this is a detective.
Terrence, T-E-R.
No, it's an insert.
Last name Daphne, D-A-B-N-E.
It's a bag insert.
T-E-R-E-N-C-E. Daphne, D-A-B-N-E-Y.
I'm sorry, I probably. And where?
No, this is the
I'm retired.
is this the guy that
And
okay, no, this is the case of the gentleman who is charged as a co-conspirator in the how do we say a shooting? So I'm gonna call it a shooting. The shooting death of young Dolph. I'm trying to find the politically correct words that make you still stay within the algorithm. And I think shooting, because I don't like to be sounding like other people when talking about UNLIVING. I find that word to be so crazy out here in space, but this is what the people do. This is a detective. He said now he's retired. The last time he testified in the first trial of the other defendants, he had a broken arm or something, or was in there.
how long was this looking at state for?
I was with the police department for 26 years.
And what rank did you obtain?
I was a sergeant.
So Sergeant Daphne, were you with the Memphis Police Department back on November the 2nd, 2024?
I was.
And did you participate or have a role in the investigation involving homicide of a lawful employee?
I did.
And what was your role in that?
I was the lead investigator of that homicide.
As a lead investigator, what is a lead investigator?
Well, we sort of delegate with other investigators, delegate roles. We also gather evidence, fact finding, videos, whatever we do to.
Yo, every time we in these cases, right? We in these cases, they be like, what we supposed to, what their job entails, right? And then we find out they didn't do such a great job.
There were several suspects in this matter, were there not?
They were.
Did you also involve in this investigation involving Justin Johnson,
I did.
Renee Smith,
I did.
and also Renee Smith?
I did.
The homicide, when did that take place?
November 17th.
In 2021.
Correct.
Did you have a suspect on that day?
We had a suspect named.
And what stuff, excuse me, what suspects? We're having a hard time this morning. What suspects did you have on that day?
Tip came in that there was a individual by the name of Straight Drop, Justin Johnson, and Cornelius Smith.
Straight Drop and Justin Johnson is one and the same.
Was there significant development in the case?
But we got a tip about a vehicle behind an abandoned house.
And you recall what street those on?
Now, I'm sorry. I don't know. The defendant that's on trial today, he's accused of living across the street from where the car was abandoned at. Who in their right mind would engage in a crime and then ask you to park the car in the abandoned building behind their home where they live at?
Right.
Brandon Payne.
Yes.
I like to tell you what. Madam, yeah, please.
This would be the location we located the Lexus. I mean, the vehicle.
You recall what vehicle?
Now, he done called the vehicle a Lexus, but all along they've been calling it one of the ones with the B, either BMW or a Benz. They've been calling it something with a B, not a Lexus.
It was a Mercedes. Yeah.
We can have that in the next number.
No question. This is a photograph of a house, a White House, black roof. With a grassy front yard and driveway been identified by the nine.
Yes, so this guy don't look dumb. He look pissed. This a drug deal. First of all, I don't understand this new criminal of today, right? But when I was growing up, if you had a drug spot on a particular block, the last thing you would want is some vehicle that was involved in a high-profile shooting to be parked on the block where you are doing your business. So this don't make no sense to me, but you know, criminals today don't make sense.
This one is oh, you want me to describe this?
Yes.
Okay, it's White House, kind of cream color now, kind of White House with a brown top, with cover over the front porch with a wrought iron gate, a driveway to the left there.
And is this the house that you described that had, that you found the car on record?
That's correct.
You have another photograph for you.
Well, where's the car?
looking at, the numbers that are wrote, like someone handwritten on the side of the house.
Well, how come the picture don't have the car in it?
That they were written on the house on the day.
Yes, that's,
Any objection to this? No, thank you. This is what appears to be the side paneling of a building, and you know, the side to the side of the house on Bradley, and with the number 1174. Road markers, exhibit 10.
I didn't see no car. Did any of y'all see a car? Wait a minute. Dumb people make dumb crooks. We use to have clever folks. I know these people, or we used to have people that was about some money. I never seen this type of taking out somebody for their excellence.
While we're working on. You have, another photograph in front of you.
yes.
What are you looking at there?
Looking at, part that was located, it was toward the rear of the house, on the side, in the backyard.
Can you show me the car, please?
And that's that photograph taken from the.
It's the, photo of the Mercedes Benz.
All right, let's see this.
This is a picture of the bottom house with the back of what's been identified as a Mercedes Benz in the back of the house. The two individuals. And back on, we're not going to get it, the weather.
Did this man say he wrote on the wall to show us that that was the house? I'm gonna need to see this car.
Another photograph. If we could, tell the word.
Shucks, tell me what we was looking at there.
Mercedes Benz in the rear of the home, and, two individuals standing slightly behind Mercedes.
To the internet, have that in within these numbers too.
No doubt.
What's the difference between this picture and the last?
The second one may have that. Like, yeah.
Where did we get that in the middle? Step back, like,
I had to fast forward to the car. Pause. I had to pause. Pause. So this is the car, and it's in the back of the house. So, it comes from Chicago. It's got Chicago plates down there in Tennessee.
the same, backyard, land, one market is exhibit 13.
And last.
Next photo is a close-up of the passenger side of the Mercedes Benz. Looks to be the Mercedes Benz has, some damage to the passenger side from the rear to the front, almost in, the front door. The window is like it's down. It's again parked up under the tree line.
We can have it, and it's evidence, not true.
This is the picture of the passenger side of the white Mercedes, I think it's right in the backyard behind the house. There appears to be damage to the rear, probably door, and then say 4 months,
Permission to publish the last series.
Can y'all hurry up and publish this stuff? All right, so that's the back of it.
That was,
Mm.
vehicle that was used in the, home side, paid off on.
And you said this was on Brett Street, correct?
Correct.
I can show you what has previously been marked. Previously been marked as exhibit number 5.
She too slow with these exhibits.
Part of it is all seeing, this,
Yes, I do.
and what is this picture, exhibit number 5?
I could see, Justin Johnson straight shot on the picture. I see, Mr. Hernandez, Govan, seeing, maybe 2 other individuals, one facing here.
Okay, so I'm gonna give some assumptions around here. This dude right here, that might be Justin Johnson. Might be. Cause I don't remember what he looked like. But this is the dude that's on trial right here in the back. So he's 2 people down, he's in front of the masked man. But what is this picture supposed to prove? Let's wait and see.
The individual in the rear with the mask.
And part of your investigation, when you found the vehicle, what's the difference does this picture show to the vehicle?
Vehicle, showed, in the front of the 1174. Right.
And it's also part of your investigation, was there a significance there or any other on Brett?
Yes, also in front of, Hernandez, Govan company.
I'd like to ask for.
I'm so confused by this picture. It's about as bad as the car being across the street from this guy's house.
You familiar with the picture?
Oh, yeah.
And what is the picture?
The top area view of the Bradley and, Haynes Street, where 1174, Bradley is, and also Mr. Govan address.
Permission to publish one. You want to hear it? Oh, sorry. That's the next one.
And the judge is like, you want to enter it? You want to enter it that first? This is crazy.
And I will be not to read there. I'd like to pass you, the quickest, and if you could, with the first condition, could you step down and show us the significant address you described for 3%?
All right, so we looking for addresses from the sky. All right, hold up. Let's see what we looking at.
74. Govan, yes, right across the street.
Okay, so here what we dealing with. Mr. Govan lives here at 1173, and over here, 1174, behind in the backyard is where they found the car. That's what we working with this. And the guy who testified, the snitch, he got friends that live on this block too. Interesting enough, this is a tree-lined street with houses. So it's not like it is a block with apartments. These are houses, homes.
Case officer, be aware of other various investigations that were going on as part of this investigation.
Yes,
Did you collect, were phones collected from various, entities part of this investigation?
they were.
And, as part of the investigation, were there phone dumps and call records?
They were.
One last thing, you made it to the sergeant, is that correct?
That's correct.
You've also been an investigator and detective.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
That's all this guy's gonna do? Identify the car?
And you become aware of various, security cameras that may be in this.
We did.
And there usually a time frame, those things.
The quicker the better. Some business, they record over. So, may last for a few days, few weeks, so.
In this case, if you did not learn about a particular, area of significance or place, then, so, for instance, a month later, possibly that information. Question, speculation,
So this her stuff is leading to the detective, which is going to be part of the defense's argument. Interesting enough, the fact that she's making this as part of her case is now trying to take some gravitas off of the defense's argument that they didn't do a thorough investigation, they didn't corroborate, because the issue here is corroborating the stories of these people who are involved, who they've proved to be involved, versus somebody who they got information from these other suspects, or right now one of the guy's not convicted yet, but that they're using they're using the testimony or the statements of co-conspirators or codees in order to confirm that something happened. So that's crazy.
Did you all investigate any possible video of pressure work?
No, we didn't.
And, when did you learn about anything that may have been significant to pressure work?
That was weeks, month later, so.
Okay, so. I'm sorry, I'm deputy, you have a, what's my name, for you?
Debbie, thank you. You came down from Michigan just for that, friend. I appreciate your years of service, and I'm glad you're here so we can talk.
He's like, I'm glad you're here so we can talk. Sounds like he didn't get to really interview him before this went down south.
I guess they've been asking me about these cameras and stuff like that. Let's just tell it how it is. Nobody during this investigation ever went to pressure room to check about the cameras, right?
No.
All right. Nobody from this investigation ever went to AutoZone to check if the cameras were theirs. Nobody went to the AutoZone that Cornelius Smith said he went to buy a car charter to see if there's a receipt or some surveillance or something like that inside the AutoZone, right?
No.
Okay. These are things that would be important to try to corroborate a witness who obviously is the shooter in this case, to make sure he's not lying to you, right?
Yes.
And when people get caught, they generally lie to police. Is that uncommon?
Sometimes.
All right. Do people lie to get out of trouble?
Sometimes, yes.
Do people lie to cut deals?
Sometimes, yes.
Also, with regards to the area around pressure well, it's a pretty busy area, right?
It is.
And you know, there's those little MTV city cameras up and down that street, right? All right. And if you don't know, you don't know, but there are those, that's an MPD camera right on the post.
It could be, we have neighbors that, their home, but it could be.
Okay, but that looks like a typical police camera neighborhoods have or the streets have.
Yes, sir, it does.
All right, and you know for a fact that in front of the pressure wire, it's busy thoroughfare, there's these cameras.
I didn't know.
Okay, and then behind the pressure wire in the neighborhoods, there's some of these cameras.
Okay.
Does that look like a camera that you are familiar with?
Yes,
In place neighborhood? All right, we're going to offer that as the next exhibit, Your Honor. Just as the description of what a city camera looks like.
Amy, so, do you know where?
It's,
That was open.
yes, it's at pressure wall by the street, but he wasn't sure if I got the word this time.
But he wasn't sure, so I'm not gonna put words in his mouth.
And these cameras are sort of all over the city on busy thoroughfares and stuff like that.
they are.
All right, could I publish it, Your Honor? I'll do it the old fashioned way, so I'll have an initial walk, is that all right? All right, so this is what the typical MPD camera sort of look like.
Well, excuse me, that's not it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No commentary. If you have no question for the witness,
I was asking a question about weight.
Okay, so now he's showing the evidence to the jurors.
So you all use.
So-
Got evidence, yes.
Us, the 14th juror, we didn't get to see it.
Oh. I think the biggest question that I've been asking people throughout this trial is, if you believe Mr. Cornelius and you believe what he told his girlfriend.
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm afraid to approach.
That would cause you to go interview Joe, because that's an important piece of information, right?
Doing an investigation, yes.
But as a lead detective, at no point during the investigation did we attempt to talk to Joe.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We haven't made it that far. Okay, it's been 4 years, and we know Joe died 2.5 years after the case. We know everybody had already been indicted within a few months of the arrest taking place, but we never went to talk to Joe.
So what the defense is trying to prove is that the name Jook came out several times during the investigation, and they never went and spoke to Jook. And Jook is the brother of some other rapper. Charge it to the Mo Don't Know stuff. So Jute was never investigated, questioned, or anything, just like they didn't look for cameras. And he was murdered 2 years later. So 2 years into the investigation, they already had these guys 2 or 3 weeks later, but they never looked any further into other people that they spoke on when they were arrested, or that came up as part of the interrogation video.
It was testimony. Pretty.
So I am on the death of this line question is about.
Of course, it's relevant. It's suspect. The reason I ask is, these people are coming here and testifying and said they're telling the truth. So if those people, they testified that they're telling the truth. They talked about Mr. Govan here and talked about Juke, and we can quibble about who's in charge or who's housed or who whatever. But clearly, Juke was a suspect in this case. But he was never followed up with at all by Memphis Police Department at any point in this investigation. even though he died 2.5 years later.
I know.
You served that, that's all I know.
I don't understand what we're doing here. He came all the way from Illinois. That's all he had to testify to? So let's recap.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we take a brief break. Let me imagine it's going to take so much money in here in the meantime, but let's take a brief break.
They got some preliminary matters. I wonder who. All right, so they went on break. All right, and then they came back. Let's see where they at.
That's the stipulation. Okay. The stipulation that ownership of the farm.
Notice.
Gonna flip out the patient. I will fill up on.
Okay, so very important point to point out. This is an attorney on the defense's side, and he was formerly one of these people that did surveillance or had something to do with this kind of data that about to come up. So he was previously an expert in this area, and now he's an attorney, and he's handling for the defense, which is very interesting. Related to cell tower data.
Yeah, I do want to clarify something. On the, so we have to call detail records for the authenticating documents to this thing. There are 5 different flash drives.
This sounds like a her problem.
18A, 18B, there's also on the flash drive are tracks for the numbers that we can introduce, but would only be introduced through with how code this. What we're doing, so each flash drive will have, they may have the call detail records that are already stipulated in the system, and some of them may have phone. One is already submitted correctly, so that's why I was asking, should the call records be, say, if we're talking about phone number 81632645, should there be 18?
Shouldn't you notice though?
Sure. And then I think that might make it clearer, Ken. So if reviewed, if the people will know what exhibit is reversing, and then say the phone number comes in, it will come in 20 or 21 or something like that, okay? And we can indicate that on the flash drive. Over the whole thing coming in with 18.
So basically what we're about to hear a whole bunch of testimony about cell phone towers and how they connect with these people's cell phone. But we're not going to see any video images of these people in the places that they said they was in, because there's no video to corroborate the story. There's no video to connect with the cell towers account of where they are at, and there's no video to connect with their information or their statements that they made in the interrogation rooms and their testimonies on the stand. Another interesting thing, the defense appears to have their own stenographer too. Very nifty defense he got over here. Again, very serious face for a defendant.
0211. Pursuant to Tennessee Rules of Evidence 902, subsection 11, the following call records have self-authenticating certificates and are admissible into evidence. Justin Johnson, 901-236-1625. Cornelius Smith, 901-513-6236, 901-479-3786. Angela Arnold, 901-370-0185. And Anthony Mims, 901-692-2767. ATT GLDC file number 335.
Who the hell is Anthony?
9085. Certificates of authenticity are attached. Signed, Judge Jennifer Johnson Mitchell, Judge, Criminal Court, Division 10.
Thank you. They call Michael Garner.
Stand out here, sir. Raise your right hand facing you.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you state your name for the record?
My name is Michael Garner, MICHAEL, GARNER.
And where are you currently employed?
Currently employed with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, TBI.
And what's your position?
I'm a special agent,
So how long have you been working for TBI?
13 months.
And just for the jury, what is TBI?
TBI is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Homie said 13 months. All right, I'm over this.
We are the top investigator agency in the state. So if any other agency, Sheriff's Department or Police Department, requires any assistance with any kind of investigation, they call upon the Bureau for assistance.
Prior to working at TBI, where were you?
I was a detective with the City of Memphis Police Department.
Oh, that makes
And you were in
sense.
that position.
I was with the police department for 20 years before I retired.
Was there a special unit or division you were assigned to?
My last assignment was the digital forensics unit. I was a detective in that unit.
As a part of your job duty, did you often look at cell phones?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get data from cell phones?
Yes, ma'am.
So how would you get data from cell phones?
So the process is similar with the TBI and the police department. We have hardware and software that is designed to take the machine language from the phone to the computer and remove that data from that device in a forensically sound method. And then we use software to then decode that from a machine language to human readable language. And we use products like Celebrite and Graykey to both extract and decode and parse that data.
So the cell phones that you look at, are those cell phones usually part of some sort of investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall looking at cell phones related to the investigation of the Adolph Horton homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
And the phones that you looked at for this particular case, I'm gonna go through them one by one, but do you recall looking at an LG phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall that number having a phone number ending, do you recall that device having a phone number ending in 0185?
Yes.
Do you recall looking at an iPhone 11?
Yes, ma'am.
And did one of those devices have a phone number ending in 1625?
Yes. Yeah.
And did you happen to have another iPhone 11?
And an iPhone 11 Pro
Okay.
that I also examined.
Did that device have a phone number ending in 2767?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you also have a Samsung Galaxy?
Yes, ma'am.
And were there multiple numbers affiliated with that phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are one of those numbers 3786?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that other number 6236?
So he just memorized all these damn numbers.
And you extracted data from those devices,
Yes, ma'am.
the physical device?
I did.
Okay. And you talked earlier about using a software called Celebrate.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you extracted data from those particular phones in this investigation, did you use Celebrate to decode the data?
I did. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you happen to analyze that data?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay, do you happen to know who analyzed that data?
Once I parsed the data, I created a report, that data was then given to Sergeant Gabby and Sergeant Brown.
I'm going to show you 5 flash drives. You happen to know what those flash drives are?
These flash drives contain CDRs and phone extraction reports that, I generated.
Okay. And have you seen those flash drives before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do you know that you've seen them before?
I opened each flash drive and examined the data that's on them just to make sure.
Cause you signed the envelope, right?
It was actually flash drive.
Did you happen to write anything on the envelope?
I put my initial function envelope after I opened the drive and examined what was on it.
How come I know what he's supposed to answer and he don't?
And in your evaluation of the contents of those flash drives, do you happen to know whose numbers are affiliated with each number?
Yes, ma'am. The Justin Johnson extraction that I have right here is the telephone number ending at 1625. And that contains the phone and the CDRs that were done on that. This envelope here says Cornelius on it, Cornelius Smith. It's the phone number and CDRs for phone number ending in 6236. Cornelius Smith's phone had 2 numbers associated with it. This is the CDR for the phone number ending in 3786. So that's just the CDRs on the back. This is Anthony Mims iPhone extraction and the CDRs for phone number 2767. And Angela Arnold LG extraction and CDRs for phone number ending 0185.
And just for the clarification, could you explain what those CDR?
So a CDR is an acronym for call detail records. So a phone has all the calls it can make, but it's user accessible. So you can go in and delete calls and things like that. The CDR is from the carrier, the call detail records. So if you have an AT&T phone number, law enforcement can submit paperwork to AT&T to get the call detail records. And we use these in forensics to verify and validate what we found on the phone. And it can also show sometimes if data was deleted from the phone, the user cannot access the CDR, the call detail records. So if we see calls that are missing, it will show up in the CDR. So we just use the CDRs to validate their for their phone data. And we get that from the carriers, AT&T, Verizon, and mobile.
Aaron would like to enter all 5 of those flash drives as the next number.
Okay.
I would like the Justin Johnson extraction in ER to 1625, with the officer, initial, Lamont Daddy, exhibit 19. The next one, okay.
I find this to be, now we changed the stitch. I knew I should have tried it with the original stitch, because I'm not sure. I feel like this is kind of sore. But we'll see.
think when you also want to, it's a brown envelope, you get right inside. And for on the first time, you set out yourself at the full market on page 21. The next one, prime envelope, good driving side, it is a phone extraction and, policy cell records for phone number 2767 with the officer's signature. Then it's for full market of exhibit 22. And the last one is our annual harm, phone extraction and policy cell records for phone number 10185 with the officer. Full market of exhibit 23.
And just for clarification, you did not analyze the extraction.
No, ma'am, I did not.
No further questions?
All he's doing is authenticating that the numbers match the phones he got.
My name is Daniel, met earlier today.
Yes, sir.
Garnet, I'm sorry. This whole list of here. With regards to my understanding of cell phone, you could just sort of note it down for CDR, call data records,
Call each other.
call each other.
Yes, sir.
And so that tells you what phone calls are made, when they were made, stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And it also gives you like GPS coordinates of approximately which tower we're going to use to make that call.
The GPS that are in the records relate to the tower location. So, yes, sir.
Okay. So you would agree that the tower locations aren't 100% accurate, it's just the every tower 10 feet from me, but if it's full, it's gonna kick me down half a mile, whatever it might be.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with the call detail record, you can see who called whom,
Yes, sir.
incoming, outgoing. And there is information as to which tower it would have been used. It doesn't put you there necessarily, but relatively close, right?
Is the device connected to that tower? Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were asked to sort of do the location from the CDRs for just two different phones as part of your investigation, right?
That's correct, sir.
And that was the 1625 for Justin Johnson,
Yes, sir.
and then the 6236 for Mr. Cornelius Smith.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And you were asked to do that in 2024.
Yes, sir.
Nobody's ever asked you from the DA's office or anyplace else to sort of map out anybody else's phone as to where they might have been at any given time.
No, sir.
With regards to the towers, we were talking about, these are AT&T records that you've downloaded or whatever the term is.
So we need to look at them, and then one of them was a T-Mobile.
Okay, it probably doesn't matter, it's all good for the other. I lost my train of thought, you think I'd be smarter than that. With regards to these phones, you did a slide that you were kind enough to share with me. It is, yeah, sure, it's number 14. Slide 14. No, slide 14. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm. I don't know how I'm feeling about this so far.
Let's see, I'm gonna show you, did you do a PowerPoint slideshow to prepare, in this case?
No, sir.
Okay, so this cybercrime thing, that's not you.
That was for trial last year, sir.
Okay. Related trial, is it?
Yes, sir.
For Justin Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The information is still the same. You didn't do any more location data for any other phone.
That's correct, sir.
Just those two phones I mentioned,
Yes, sir.
Justin and Cornelius.
Yes, sir.
As part of that trial, if I could show you one of the items that you created.
Well, why does he have it?
It's pretty sure. And the dumps, that's the actual phone that you try to really big download text message and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then people could delete those, this and that, and you would see if text was sent, or the CDR, but you would know what was said.
Correct, no content. Yes, sir.
Okay. With regards, to the codes next to the phones, there's like 2A, there's 11, stuff like that. What does 2A mean? It's written next to the phone call.
The, I would actually like to see the definitions page if that's cool.
Sure.
But
We could have shown them the different.
yes. That's right. The code 028, those are called, came in, was not answered, that was sent to voicemail.
Okay, then what about the 11 that's further down?
Actually, I know that code 11 is that when someone places a call, they did not restrict their phone number from being viewed for the person that's calling them.
Okay, and with regards to those phone calls, some providers, like, once you hit the enter button, the seconds of the call start immediately right away, as soon as I hit the call. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And in some cases, until the phone gets picked up, it doesn't tell you how long the phone call. If I'm calling you and I hit special agent on a call, the clock starts going.
Yes, sir.
So generally, if the phone's been rang 3, 4, 5 times, we'll have 15, 20 seconds to it already on the call, even though we picked it up.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And then if it goes to voicemail, you can have another 10 or 15 seconds on the call, or however long your voicemail is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then with code 11, we don't know for sure if it's picked up or not, but we click on the voicemail, it can go anywhere. It's just somebody would have to justify it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I repeat that?
Absolutely.
With regards to pressure roll or auto zone, you were asked to review any of the 1625 or the 6236 phone records for those areas. Right?
That's right. It's not.
And so we had testimony talked about, well, we haven't talked about it, but if I live, let's say, for example, this hypothetical Bradley Street, and then somebody else lives like 2, maybe 3 minutes away, maybe the street over, something like that, would the same tower arguably be able to be pinging off both their phones?
Yes, it's, yes, absolutely.
All right. So if I live near somebody, the phones are gonna ping, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm at their house or there, I'm just in the area.
It's an area of, how that service for. Yes, sir.
And if the tower closest to me was full, like you said, it could kick out half a mile up the road to the next tower.
To the next, next, yes, sir.
That's it.
So how do you know the difference?
With regards to tower coverage, not just saying the necessary, I mean, how many miles does the tower arguably cover to that?
It's not even miles, sir.
Okay,
So to actually get the coverage of the tower, you have to do a drive test.
right,
Not do a drive test on this. From past experience, having done towers, you can roughly estimate the coverage of a tower by finding the closest tower to it and multiplying that distance by 0.6.
okay,
And that's not exact, that is an estimate, because the cell signals are actually gonna overlap. So that,
So he didn't do a drive.
so it's not gonna be a so the coverage will be, but from the one cell tower to the next, and then that, distance, multiplied by 0.6.
I don't wanna do too much of that, that's why we came over.
Yes, sir.
But I think that's, it's that tower has space on it, pick out further.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why I became a lawyer. I didn't want to do too much math.
Do you recall how many towers were in the Orange County area?
I do not recall.
Okay,
The, when I mapped out the T-Mobile records, I did a 10-mile radius, and just to show how many T-Mobile towers were in a 10-mile radius from, an address.
I feel like, I don't know.
That 10 mile
I'm feeling a little funny about this.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna change my stitch.
location stuff that they were asking you to. Just so, and then nothing about auto zone or pressure roll.
Yes, sir.
And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, so they went to lunch. And I think I'm gonna rest here. Cause they had went to lunch. Let's see where they are when they come back. Cause I'm gonna come back. No, I'm gonna listen to it and see if there's any key stuff going on here. And then if there is, I'm gonna come back with the highlights of the key stuff. So they were 13 minutes ago. So they came back at what was our 3:11. So they came back around 3 p.m. And that's where I'm gonna come back from. Okay. Cause I got something to do. But all right, where am I with the bag? So this I was making as an insert. But I'm gonna have to see. The one thing about this stuff is I could clearly take it out. There's nothing wrong with it. It's doing what the pattern is supposed to do, but I'm not really feeling it because we modified the pattern. Because that's what the girl. I'm doing this in collaboration with somebody else, but I think it needed the tighter pattern, so I have to look at that for myself and see. See, that's why I can't be messing around because I think it needs to be tighter. I think she just didn't want to do this stitch. You know, some days I'll be telling you when you be dealing with folks. But I get it not wanting to do this stitch, but personally, I think that's a tighter stitch. I'm gonna have to text her and tell her that. Anyway, this is Mo, and I've got to go. I'll speak it to you later.